So when I think about some real estate transactions, I think of this as an aspirational luxury transaction, meaning that it is going into the luxury space, but it's with two individuals where we did not come from luxury. We came from, lower class, working class, middle class families, and we've always aspired to change our lives and have further social mobility, and part of that is through real estate.
The road to get where we are today, it came with a lot of patience more than anything, and just perseverance. But I knew that we wanted to eventually start our own law firm, and we were put in a position to do so, and we kind of took it from there.
I work really hard, but still I sometimes ask myself, wow, is this really where we are, Spent a lot of, we have over 20 employees, and our two kids keep us really busy.
So it was important for me and my wife, for our kids to go to a Christian school, really have a chance to interact with all types of different kids, but still being in a Christian environment. We started talking about this a year and a half ago, about what this looks like to move into a more affluent community, and what comes with that.
Let's just sit down and brainstorm what some of the goals were.
He and Chad did so much work to plan out, what our goals were, and he kind of shared with me what his idea was.
I think that my job in this process is to say, hey, this is where we are, right? This is where we want to be. It's all owed to us because we work hard, and it's the American dream, and it's a possibility. How do we craft that journey together?
Working with him has been awesome in that, from the jump, we kind of identified different areas. He knew that we wanted to be on a golf course. He knew that we needed to be near a Christian school. And then when we saw certain opportunities, we jumped on them.
You find your goals and you work backwards. It's like reverse engineering. You say, hey, what is the lifestyle that I aspire towards? And now let's do it backwards and figure out how do we make that happen.
We used to watch the show $1 Million Listing in New York and LA, and never at any of the episodes I've seen probably hundreds of episodes, did I ever see myself in that type of a home. So this is very dreamlike for me. I haven't really fully adjusted to it yet, but I'm just really glad to be here.
It's beautiful. The neighborhood's beautiful. It's magnificent. I mean, me and my wife, we feel like we're living in a resort as of right now.
If you know that you want to make a change and you're not sure of the steps necessary, don't stop there. Just because you don't know in that moment doesn't mean that it can't happen.
There's no way that you can achieve it if you really believe it and you're willing to do what's necessary to get there.
I think that's sometimes where we psych ourselves out that it's not possible. And it is possible. I think you just have to have the right roadmap to get there. And you have to have the right inspiration. You have to have the right aspirations to want to make it happen.
Everyone on his team that we talked with was always really professional and very caring.
Obviously going above and beyond that I would ever think that a realtor is going to do to make sure that this transaction goes through and that we're covered, not only just on the lending side, but as far as us renting out our previous home and things of that nature. He's been helpful throughout this process.